Hello, everyone. This is the Quest for Health YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. And today I have a quick video for you on the topic of digital eye strain. We're going to be talking about what it is, um, what exactly is causing it, okay, and basically it's going to be part of a series where we um, conclude with exactly how to protect yourself from it. So basically, if you've ever experienced slightly blurry vision after staring at the computer all day, that was a sign of digital eye strain. Or maybe your eyes feel dry, runny, or tired after scrolling through your Facebook feed, or you may get a headache after a few hours on the computer. These symptoms are often so common that we don't even recognize them as real issues. While digital eye strain is temporary, if left unaddressed, it can turn into a chronic problem. Okay. And there are many aspects to digital eye strain and what causes it. But today we're going to focus in this particular video, we're going to focus on um, one of the contributing factors to digital eye strain, and that's blue light. Okay. So blue light is just what it sounds like. It's a type of light that gives off a blue color. Blue light is harmful because it's the highest energy wavelength of visible light. This energy is also able to penetrate all the way to the back of the eye through the eye's natural filters, and that's what causes the problem. Okay? So, without any further ado, let's get into it. We're looking at an article here out of bluelightexposed.com, and I'll leave the link in the description so that you can check it out on your own time. But it says, where is the increased exposure to blue light coming from? The evolution in digital screen technology has advanced dramatically over the years, and many of today's electronic devices use LED backlight technology to help enhance screen brightness and clarity. These LEDs emit very strong blue light waves. Cell phones, computers, tablets, and flat screen televisions are just among a few of the devices that use this technology. Because of their widespread use and increasing popularity, we are gradually being exposed to more and more sources of blue light and for longer periods of time. Okay? Spending just 2 consecutive hours on a digital device can cause eye strain and fatigue. All right, so only 2 hours. So that's not really something being spoken of. And in my opinion, is somewhat of a silent epidemic within our modern day society today, where people tend to spend more. It's not uncommon for people to spend um, hours on end on a computer or a digital device. So there are negative health. You know, there are repercussions for for doing that, and over time it can be damaging to your eyes, to your eyesight. Okay, so let's take a look at some more on blue light. It says sources of blue light: the sun. Okay, and you have your regular technology, your digital devices, LED bulbs, fluorescent light bulbs, um, flat screens, laptops, smartphones, tablets. Okay. So some of the beneficial effects of blue light, natural blue light that comes from the sun, helps to regulate your circadian rhythm, the body's natural sleep and wake cycles. So when the sun comes up, your body knows it's time for you to wake up. When the sun comes down, naturally your body produces the melatonin and allows you to sleep. Okay. Um, it can boost alertness, help memory and cognitive function, and elevates mood. But here are some of the harmful effects of the unnatural blue light, okay, that have blue light technology that we see in our everyday digital devices. It says disruptions to the circadian rhythm, okay? So the blue light is able to disrupt your body's natural rhythm. So if you're up all night on the computer, you might find it harder to fall asleep than someone who is, you know, maybe turning off the computer at nighttime. And why does that happen? Because the blue light will trick your body into thinking that it's daylight time. So it'll actually disrupt your body's melatonin production. Okay, so that will have over time it'll cause an effect of insomnia or having a difficulty to sleep at night. Okay, so it says digital eye strain syndrome, blurry vision, difficulty focusing, dry and irritated eyes, headaches, neck and back pain. Okay, greater risk of certain types of cancers, greater risk of diabetes, heart disease, and obesity, increased risk of depression. Okay, may cause permanent eye damage, may contribute to age-related macular degeneration, which can lead to vision loss. Okay, so what are the effects of blue light exposure on our health? Most of us spend a majority of our waking hours staring at a digital screen. Blue light has been known to cause flickering and glaring. Okay, we'll get into that also in our next video, where we'll discuss another cofactor in what's causing digital eye strain. Flicker technology. We'll get into that next video, so stay tuned for that. But it says, what are the effects of blue light exposure on our health? Blue light can help elevate your mood and boost awareness, but chronic exposure to blue light at night can lower production of melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep and disrupt your circadian rhythm. Harvard researchers have linked working the night shift and exposure to blue light at night to several types of cancer, breast, prostate, diabetes, heart disease, obesity, and in risk of depression. So the fact that digital devices and technology increases the fact that it actually can increase your risk of depression is actually mind blowing. If you ask me, with the, with the, with the time that we're living in, where, depression is at an all time high, just happens to go hand in hand with, an explosion in the digital age era that we're experiencing right now. So, who knows? But it says researchers aren't exactly sure why exposure to blue light at night seems to have such detrimental effects on our health. But it is known that exposure to light suppresses the secretion of melatonin, and lower melatonin levels might explain the association with these types of health problems. Okay, so this blue light is unnatural waves of light coming into your house at night when the body is trying to put itself to sleep. Okay? Strain is often caused by the distance between the eyes and the digital screen. Okay, it says 74% of teens aged 12 to 17 access the internet on cell phones, tablets, and other mobile devices at least occasionally. Okay, so the younger generation obviously is at extreme risk, higher than kids are at extreme risk. Teenagers are at a higher risk than a lot of us, because most of the time we're just, that's all that they do is stand in front of the screen and watch TV and on the phone all day. You understand? So we have to be mindful of that, of these devices and the damaging effects that they can have on our health. and not get sucked into overusing this technology and getting and getting sucked in and zombifying ourselves and frying our brains and our eyes on this technology, because it is a device that can be harmful to your health, and especially children. Okay, so it says blue light and digital eye strain. Most of us spend the majority of our waking hours staring at a digital screen, whether it's whether it's the computer at work, our personal cell phone, playing a video game, or just relaxing and watching TV. Digital eye strain is a new term used to describe the conditions resulting from the use of today's popular electronic gadgets. Okay, so they're just now coming out with a term to describe the symptoms that everyone's feeling. Okay, for years and years and years, that this topic, this issue has been pushed under the rug like it doesn't exist. Okay, they introduce these things, these types of technologies into the world, and they put it before the masses, and um, without fully testing this stuff, without you know fully educating the public on exactly what the dangers of these stuff of this stuff can cause. And then you find out 10 years, 15 years later down the line that this stuff was harmful to your health. So this is the type of thing, you know, this is what's going on. And this is the same thing that we see all over with this technology. And it's just recently started coming out that, cell phones actually do cause, brain tumors and things like that. But you couldn't get that information, you know, you couldn't get confirm that information 20 years ago. But first they put it in front of you, and then later on they admit, yeah, this could actually cause cancer. Okay, so this is why I'm making this video, is to let people know the seriousness of blue light technology and other things that they're doing with this with these digital devices. You understand? Because I've experienced these things for years without any confirmation, and now they're just coming out with a term to describe what everyone has been dealing with. You understand? For all these years. So I just thought I'd share it with share it with as many people as I could, and hopefully it might help somebody down the line to this prevent this as the best that they can. But let's get back into it. It says digital eye strain is a medical issue with serious symptoms that can affect learning and work productivity. Okay, so if you spend a long time on a computer and you're finding that it's harder for you to focus in your everyday life, that is not by coincidence. Okay, if you find it hard to pay attention, or to even do other things like reading and other things like that, other activities, it's not a coincidence. Okay, this stuff is affecting your level of focus and your learning capabilities. Okay, it says symptoms of digital eye strain or computer vision syndrome include blurry vision, difficulty focusing, dry and irritated eyes, headaches, neck and back pain. Digital eye strain has overtaken carpal tunnel syndrome as the number one computer-related complaint. Okay, digital eye strain does not just affect adults. Children are also at risk for eye strain due to their growing use of digital devices. Children today have more digital tools at their disposal than ever before. Tablets, smartphones, e-readers, video games are just among a few. My advice for anyone out there is keep your kids off of this technology as long as you possibly can. Get them into a healthy habit of reading. Don't let them end up like a lot of us, glued to the computers. We can break this this cycle, and we could really, you know, reduce a lot of these problems that children are facing here when it comes to their exposure to this type of technology. But it says, according to a study by the Kaiser Family Foundation, children and teenagers ages 8 to 18 spend more than 7 hours a day consuming electronic media. Before age 10, children's eyes are not fully developed. The crystalline lens and cornea are still largely transparent and overexposed to light. So, too much exposure to blue light is not a good thing. Parents should supervise and limit the amount of screen time their children are permitted. Okay, and here are the numbers, some of the numbers for this. It says nearly 70% of adults who report regular usage of media devices experience some symptoms of digital eye strain, but many did nothing to lessen their discomfort, mainly due to lack of knowledge. So exactly what I'm saying, I've been dealing with this stuff myself personally for years. And it's finally coming out now what actually is causing this eye strain and eye pain, and what you can actually do to relieve that. On it says blue light and macular degeneration. There's a growing medical evidence that blue light exposure may cause permanent eye damage, contribute to the destruction of cells in the center of the retina, and play a role in causing age-related macular degeneration, which can lead to vision loss. Okay, this is all caused by blue light exposure. It says melanin is a substance in the skin, hair, and eyes that absorbs harmful UV and blue light rays. It's the body's natural sunscreen protection. Higher amounts of melanin afford greater protection, but as we age, we lose melanin, so that by age 65, half of the protection is gone, making us more susceptible to eye disease such as macular degeneration. Okay, so as you get older, you become more susceptible to damage in your eyes from this type of technology. So it's probably best as you age to decrease the amount of time you spend on this stuff. Okay, because it only gets worse as you age. Then it says the retina is a very thin, multi-layered tissue covering the inner eyeball. The retina can be harmed by high energy visible radiation of blue violet light that penetrates the macular pigment found in the eye. Okay, a low macular pigment density may represent a risk factor for age-related macular degeneration by permitting greater blue light damage to the retina. Okay. It says a Harvard medical study states that high energy visible blue light has been identified for years as the most dangerous light for the retina. Okay, so here it is. The most widespread, most popularized type of technology that's used in all our day-to-day gadgets just so happens to be one of the most dangerous lights for your retina that you can be exposed to. But it just so happens to be in all of the digital devices that we use today. Okay? After chronic exposure, one can expect to see long-range growth in the number of macular degenerations, glaucomas, and retinal degenerative diseases. And a paper published by the American Macular Degeneration Foundation reports that the blue rays of the spectrum seem to accelerate age-related macular degeneration more than any other rays in the spectrum. So out of all the rays that is found in the spectrum of light, blue rays happen to be the most detrimental to your eyesight. Now check that out. Okay. So who needs protection from blue light exposure? We all do. Everyone needs to take precautions against the effects of blue light, whether we work in an office or play in the sun. Spend hours staring at the computer screen or texting on our cell phones. We all are being exposed to blue light. All right. So that's about all I have for you today. Thanks for tuning in once again. If you found this information helpful, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos I'll be doing like this in the future. And as always, all praise to the Most High. In the name of His Son, Yeshaya. Shalom.